Oh, hi guys. Welcome to some number magic. And we are going to use a pack of cards to do this, but in just a moment. But I want to tell you a little story about a friend of mine that came to me, and we was talking the other day, and I said you should really save money and earn interest on it. And he said, you know what? I never save money. He says, the more I spend, the more I earn. And I kind of looked at him, kind of puzzled, and thought, what are you talking about? He said, well, haven't you heard the saying that you can spend money to accumulate money? And I looked at him and said, I think you got that wrong, mate. It's speculate to accumulate. And he said, no, let me show you. And he proceeded to demonstrate how the more he spends, the more he earns. So he said to me, let me show you what I mean. And he said, I earn £100 each day, and that goes into my bank account. So he had £100. He said, I do spend every day money, and I'm left with a balance in my bank account. And he said, first thing in the morning, I normally spend about £40 every day, and that leaves £60 in the bank. He then said I spent £30 at lunchtime, which left him with £30 balance in the bank. He then said I spent £18 in the afternoon, which left him with £12 balance. And he said at the end of the day, I spent the rest of my money, £12, which left zero balance. Now, he said, if I add up how much I spent, it comes to £100. That's obvious, we can see that. But he said, add up my balance. 60 and 30 is 90, plus 12 is £102. Over the course of the day, he's accumulated £2 extra in his bank. And he said, over a week, that's £14. Over a month, that's £56. And by the end of the year, I've got £675 just from spending. Yeah, I don't get it either. So on with the card, coin and number magic that you've been waiting for. It involves just a regular deck of cards, but that's not the best part of the trick. The best part of the trick is I'm going to trust you with my wallet. Here's my wallet, credit cards and cash. I want you to hold on to that throughout the trick. Put it in your pocket or just put your hand on it safely. What I'm going to need you to do is to choose some random numbers, and the best way of doing that is using a pack of cards. Now, let me just show you, the cards have been shuffled, they're just a regular pack, you can look at those. But you cut the cards and we'll deal from where you cut. So just make any random cut. You're happy there? Okay, I'm going to deal out some cards, just in a kind of random way. Let's just see what we've got here. A 9, a 6 there, a 4 and a 7. Don't need the rest of the cards. Let's just tidy these up a little bit and make them into rows and columns. There we go. So there you've got some columns and rows there. What I want you to do is randomly pick any one of those 9 cards. Just put your finger on it, and what we'll do is we'll eliminate the other cards in that row and column. Simple. Pick any card. The 9. Okay, what I'm going to do is to eliminate the other cards in that column and row. Pick another card. This one here, the 10 of hearts. Let's eliminate these cards here, and you're left with a 5. A totally random choice. I couldn't have asked you where to point or which numbers to pick, but you've chosen the 10, and if we add these up, that's a 9, that's 19, and a 5 is 24. But if you had picked these three cards, you would have had 18, 25. If you had picked these three cards, you would have had 18, 20, 22. So a total random choice of numbers. 24 is what you freely selected. You've been holding on to my wallet, which holds some cash. I want you to tip out the coins that are in my wallet. Check that there's no other coins in there. You can go through the entire wallet. There are no other coins in there. If we have a look at this, we can count these. We got a 10, a 5, which is 15, 17, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4. The perfect prediction. So how did the number trick work? Well, it is actually a self-worker. As long as you lay the cards out in the right order, it'll always come to 24. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that if you are doing street magic, you probably don't want to give a stranger your wallet because you probably won't see it again. But if you've got some coins or scribble it on a piece of paper, get yourself coins that add up to 24. Now the cards, let me just show you these, have to be laid out in a certain order. Now I've got 9 cards here. Now what I did is I took the 9 cards and I stacked them in the entire pack. So basically what I've got are the 9 cards repeated throughout the pack. The remaining cards I just put anywhere in there. This is the order that I've got mine. We have a queen, a 9, a 6, a 4, a 7, a 10, a jack, an 8 and a 5. And as I said, I repeat that throughout the entire pack. Now the remaining cards are just put bunched together in there. So once these are on, you've got to lay them out. Now let me show you the order that you lay these out. If you watch the presentation, you'll see how they were laid out. But basically, the queen goes here, the 9, the 6, the 4, the 7, the 10, the jack, the 8 and the 5. Now if you watch the presentation, how I laid those out was very haphazard because I didn't want them to clock on to the fact that the cards are in some sort of numerical order. So what I did, I casually put them down. You can throw these cards out in any how you like as long as you lay them out in this order. Working on here. So once the cards are actually laid out in this order, the trick is self-working. Whichever card they pick, maybe the 7, you turn over and eliminate the other cards in that row and in that column. They then choose any other card, let's say for example the queen. So we eliminate this one and this one in this row and this column. That leaves them with the final one, which is just the default card that's left. Now if you add these up, you've got a 12 and a 7, that's 19, 24, and it'll work every time. Now when you want to convince them that they could have had any, just grab any 3 cards and add them up. They won't come to 24, and grab the other 3 cards, they won't be 24 either. So the trick is self-working. It's just a case of revealing your prediction in whichever manner you prefer. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you want to be reminded when new videos are up and running, but practice and enjoy.